Hey guys, welcome to another C programming video. In this video, we'll see how to add n numbers. Uh, we've used the hash include stdio.h preprocessor command int main. We have declared three variables of data type integer and initialized that variable sum equal to 0. Now using printf statement, now this statement inside the double quotes will be printed. How many numbers do you want to add? So we are basically asking the user how many numbers he or she wants to add. So once the user enters the number, that will be stored inside the variable n. As the user will enter an integer, I'm using the %d and I'm using the scanf because I want to scan and store the value whatever the user enters into the variable n. So I'm using the scanf command and %d as it is an integer. Now printf enter %d numbers comma n. Now here what happens is %d, I'm using this %d inside the printf statement, so it will print the value of n over here. So if the user enters 5, the statement will be enter 5 numbers, and the \n would just bring the cursor to the new line. Now int a of n, this is an array which is being declared of data type integer, uh, array a of n. So here n will be the length, and whatever value which the user will enter, which will be will be stored inside a. N is just the length of or the number of numbers which the user is going to enter, the length of a. So this is the array a of n. If the user enters n which will be equivalent to 5, so this will automatically become a of 5. So then you can enter 5 numbers, the length of a will be 5. You can store 5 values in this array. Now next we go to the for loop. For I equal to 1, I is less than equal to n I plus plus. I've initialized I equal to 1. Then given the condition I is less than or equal to n, so it will go up to n, as I've given less than or equal to, and I have incremented that. Now I've given this scanf inside the for loop because I want to scan the array. Now this scanf statement is in accordance to this printf statement over here. Now the difference between this set of printf and scanf and the next set of printf and scanf is that the first printf and scanf, here I just am asking the user to enter one value, one integer type, one variable. That is, it can either be 5, 7, 10, whatever. So it's just one value that I'm asking the user to enter, and hence you don't need a for loop over here. But here I want the user to enter an array of numbers. Maybe if the user enters 5, so the value of n will become 5. So I want the user to then enter 5 numbers. So I will want to scan the value that the user will enter 5 times. So hence I am using the scanf statement inside the for loop. And always remember, whenever you want to enter or whenever you want to scan or print any array, you got to do that inside the for loop. You give its length and give the for loop from 1 up to that length of the array, and then scan it and print it. So this is the basic logic for scanning or printing an array. Here I want to here I am doing the same. I'm using the same logic. I want to scan n numbers, so I have written the scanf statement inside the for loop, which goes from 1 to n. Now the next statement here is the compiler will actually do the process sum is equal to sum plus a of I. Now here what I am doing is I have initialized sum to 0, so the initial value of sum will be 0. I'll just show what will happen. Now the initial value of sum will be 0. Now if the value I have entered is 1, 2, 3, 4, so what will happen is basically sum is 0 plus, I'll comment this, 0 plus 1, which will become 1. Then what will happen is the value of sum now becomes 1 over here. This is the new value of sum. I am storing the value, the output also inside sum. So now the value of sum becomes 1. So once if I now the next number I enter is 2. So it will be 1 plus 2, which will be 3. So now the new value of sum will become 3. So now the next number I will enter will be added with 3 and not with 0 or 1. So the next number, if I want to add 3 to this, I'll write 3. So it will be 3 plus 3 6. Now the next number, if I write 4, 4 will be added to 6 and not 0, 1, 2 or 3. It will be added to 6. So 6 plus 4 will be 10. So 10 should be our required output if we enter 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's see the output of this program. We'll enter how many numbers do you want to add. I want to add 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I want to add 4 numbers. I'll enter 4. Enter 4 numbers. It will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. The value is 10. So this is how it is done. And here one more important thing, I just want one value at the end of sum. I just want to print it once, hence I have given it in outside the for loop. If you want to see this process happening, you can give it inside the for loop. So what will happen is each time you will have n printf statements. So in during compilation last time I just compiled, I gave n as 4. So in that case you will have 4 printf statements, but finally I just want to display the final value after the whole addition has been done of all the numbers. Hence I use the printf statement outside the for loop. So just keep this in mind. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.